Hello everyone and happy Easter. I'm Carter.
I'm Stephanie.
We're from Christ Presbyterian Church in Madison, Wisconsin, and welcome to Easter Jam. We are so pumped for what's about to happen.
Before we get started, there is one thing you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family.
So if you're a teenager, this is for you. You too, college kids. And hey, if you're a younger kid, get ready because we're about to have some serious fun and we need you to lead the way. And adults, just buckle up. This is Easter like you've never seen it before.
No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you too. The only way to not have fun is to not participate. So, is there anybody missing? If they are, hit pause and go get them now.
We're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out, because I think there's only 2 types of people in the world. There's the people who love these, and those who don't, like me. I mean, I just think that they're weird. Let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you like to eat these. Now, give me a thumbs down if you don't. No matter where you lie on this, I think you're going to have a lot of fun right now. Your family is going to face off in the greatest peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'm going to tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 peeps and assign them to a team. And if you don't have any peeps, don't worry, big marshmallows work just fine. Team A gets Peep A, and Team B gets Peep B. And you can give them better names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles, whatever you want. Feel free to also grab a Sharpie and decorate them, give them some flair, give them a mustache or some angry eyes. Let those creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each peep to prepare them for the fight of their lives. Think of a toothpick as the joust, or a lightsaber, or a sword. Just depends on how serious your family is about this competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward towards the other peep. Place the combatants on a microwavable plate. No social distancing is necessary here. You want these peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around, put the plate in the microwave, set the timer to 45 seconds. Don't worry, you're not going to let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance and see which of the 2 peeps pokes each other first with their own joust. The one that pokes them first wins. And as soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave right there. Trust me on this one, families. I have experience in this area. All right, time to settle this. Don't forget to snap a picture of that photo finished. It's go time. Press pause right now, and I'll wait right here.
Ready for another game? For this one, you will need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Doesn't matter, clean, dirty, whatever, as long as they have a match. So, if you need, go grab those things now. You can press pause, and then when you come back, I'll explain everything. Cut your laundry basket and cut your socks? Great. Now, choose 2 people who are going to play and 2 people who get to be scorekeepers. To get started, take the socks and dump them in a pile on one side of the room. Take the basket and place it on the other side of the room. Don't worry, the socks will get back to the basket very quickly. When I say go, you are going to go and find your socks and the mate, and you're going to take the socks and you're going to form them into a ball. It looks kind of like an Easter egg. And you're going to toss it into the basket. The player with the most socks in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have a scorekeeper, that's okay. You just have to keep track on your own, and it'll be on the honor system. Parents, I'm looking at you with this one. Okay, if you need, press pause and get everything and everyone in position for the game, and I'll wait here. Everyone ready? Great. We're going to put on a 1-minute timer on the clock, and the Easter egg throwdown is going to happen in 3, 2, 1, go! Families, come back over here. I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. And if you don't know the whole Easter story, that's just fine. But we want to talk about what makes today, more than any other day, such a happy day. But before we get there, we know that there are lots of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, we have a few options. So pause the video and pick one of the options on the screen of one of your peeps that you can say Happy Easter to.
Even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those things are pretty great. It's because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple, it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that Easter story, and every year it amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. I mean, the simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. And I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and I want you to add to the list of things that you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can blank because Jesus is alive. Pause the video right here and discuss. When you're finished, meet us back here.
Awesome. I love conversations like that. Remembering who God was in the past and what he's done helps me trust him more in what's happening in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too. And I hope that you spend the rest of your day having happy memories with your family. To get you started, I have one last challenge. So I want you to first decide who is the techno genius in your family. Choose who that person is. It could be a step-parent, it could be an 8th grader, it could be an aunt, whoever that person is. Know who they are? Okay, good. So I want you to go outside and I want you to take a family photo. It could be a family photo in your PJs. It could be with funny bunny faces, whatever it is for you. Once you've taken that picture, I want you then to share it on social media so that we can all see the happy photos. Remember to put the hashtag EasterJam2020 so we can see your family's Easter memories. Now, more than ever, is a time to celebrate and to remember God's faithfulness and the hope that he gives us in Jesus. After all, that is what makes Easter so happy. Here is a song for you to enjoy together. It's all about how happy Easter is.
Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You are face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same.
Hey, thanks for being part of this. I hope it's been a welcome reprieve from all the craziness in the world right now.
It's our hope and prayer that this year you take the message of Easter, the message of hope and resurrection, and let it ring true not just for today, but every day, especially during this time.
Love you. Stay well.
Bye!
And we'll see you again soon. Bye.